Hello, good morning, good afternoon, welcome. I'm very pleased to be joined by Ian Wilkinson. Ian is the Chief Operating Officer of GeoPura. GeoPura is a pioneering company from the UK. It's been working in hydrogen since 2019 on mainly around off-grid temporary power solutions, but across that sort of sector. So welcome, Ian. Thank you for joining me.
Oh, thank you for having me, Nadine. Very good to be here.
You're obviously going to be one of our expert speakers at the World Hydrogen UK event, which is fast approaching us on the 9th, 10th, 11th of April in London. Very interested to chat to you to get the views from someone who's been working on the ground with hydrogen for 5 years or more. Learn a little bit about and the challenges you've overcome and how you've actually been helping solve solutions and moving the energy transition in your sector. So yeah, could you give us a brief, I guess, background around the solutions you've developed and the sort of clients you've built up and indeed the business you've built up?
Sure, no, be very happy to. So GeoPura offers low carbon energy as a service, so off-grid temporary backup power to customers who either are off-grid by definition. So this is construction sites, festivals and events, film and TV, on location shooting, that kind of thing, or where the grid is insufficient. So EV charging is a good example there. And we offer low carbon energy from hydrogen using a hydrogen power unit. Perhaps you can see over my right shoulder here. This is a deployment we did on a film and TV location. So the hydrogen power unit here, you feed it hydrogen, it generates 400-volt three-phase AC in the normal way. That's fueled from hydrogen in a tube trailer here. This over my left shoulder. Hydrogen is a compressed gas, and we can deploy those units anywhere that the power is needed and operate them on behalf of our customers to provide the energy that they require.
Yeah, excellent. And I mean, the breadth of those sort of applications, obviously, yeah, I assume you have building sites and others are big consumers of power and filming. And I guess it also extends into, if you think about the sort of diesel genset market, which must be absolutely huge in terms of sort of critical infrastructure, those other sort of markets you're looking at.
Yeah, exactly. So GeoPura is, sort of the mission of the company, if you like, is decarbonisation through zero emission fuels. We're starting with diesel generator displacement because that's a market that we can see we can deploy hydrogen in today, and we have the products and the technology and building up the hydrogen supply chain behind that to be able to offer that to our customers. And you're absolutely right. The sectors that we're active in involve construction, so large infrastructure projects so we're working with Balfour Beatty, for example, on a couple of road improvement projects, multi-year ones. HS2 construction sites is another one. I've already mentioned film and TV. So we've done the power for the Spring Watch, Winter Watch, Autumn Watch series with the BBC, and then some on-location shooting with Disney and Netflix, for example. And then EV charging, where this is grid support now. So there's some grid there, but usually not enough for significant EV charging. So we've got HPU deployments at Ken Lodge Services just south of Glasgow at the moment now. So to bolster to be able to provide high power EV charging at that particular location. So it's diesel generator displacement for now, but with ambitions to grow quickly as lots of people do in hydrogen and then move into other sectors.
Yeah, the EV charging is interesting. Obviously, people think, well, surely you could just get electricity. But one of the big challenges in terms of grid, and we're obviously seeing the rise of electric vehicles together with the rise of electric heat pumps, is really just going to be trying to maintain that curve, and that those products get in demand on curves that I guess the electricity industry are not used to meeting in terms of sort of products. So there's going to be a huge issue around the grid and grid bottlenecks. I think your solutions are definitely going to help sort of smooth, I guess, the ramp up. Also, there must be a huge market. I mean, just thinking of humanitarian aspects in terms of, obviously being able to get these units out where power supply fails, or you've had, emergency situations or hurricanes and So yeah, I think it's fantastic technology. In terms of the market, obviously you're based in the UK. I mean, you're looking at Europe. The business is grown a lot. You tell us a little bit about how many people are you now?
So the business was formed in 2019, as you said. We're up to around 90 people now.
Uh,
So growing at a good rate, and yeah, executing our business plan.
and I had some good news yesterday, I saw.
Yes, we did. So yesterday we announced a second funding round for GeoPura. So yesterday we announced the closure of a 56 million a funding round with existing investors, but also bringing on board now the UK Infrastructure Bank, which we're delighted about. So
Yeah,
significant day in the history of GeoPura
yeah,
to be able to raise that money, particularly in the current climate. Is fantastic news for us, and
yeah.
we're very excited about what that means we can do in terms of scale and expansion and developing more products, developing the hydrogen supply chain, and indeed serving more customers.
It's good to get some money out of the government as opposed to paying taxes one way. In terms of the government and where we are in the UK landscape, obviously back in 2019, I'm assuming you didn't really see a huge ramp up of hydrogen, or maybe you did, which is why you are where you are now. But what is your take around, as we record this in sort of February 2024, around the landscape, the regulatory environment, specifically in the UK and indeed beyond, in Europe? What are your thoughts?
So there's a couple of points I'd like to make there. The first of those is that really that hydrogen is nothing new. From a regulatory point of view,
Mm,
using hydrogen safely, the technology that we use, the standards you comply with, the rules and codes of practice to follow are all very well established. They've been around for decades. I think hydrogen is unfamiliar to energy markets, so it's unfamiliar as a fuel, but it's not unfamiliar as industrial gas, for example. So all that safe practice side of things is very mature, very well developed, and we part of what we do with our customers is demonstrate that we can do this safely.
mm.
And in that we're not unusual, we're not remarkable. So the standards are there. So that's sort of on the safety and regulatory side of things. What is perhaps less mature is the market environment for hydrogen as a fuel, and that really is where governments, I think, can make a big difference in speeding up the deployment and the adoption of this technology to decarbonize energy systems. There's some good progress. We are delighted to be part of the HAR1 round. So that was announced recently. Although our application for that was October 22, I think that went in, and we've been working through that process. And then there's future funding rounds coming to HAR2 and probably ones beyond it. There's engagements with government as well. A particular significant one for us is the non-road mobile machinery. So at the moment, that's targeted at combustion engines, and we're arguing that fuel cells also should be qualifying for that, because that's exactly what we have. It's mobile machinery that doesn't go on the road, and it's powered by a fuel cell. So we're arguing that qualifies too, and we got good engagement there. So governments absolutely can help, with the market and the speeding up the adoption of this. And there's some encouraging. We're delighted to be part of, as I say, of HAR1, and beginning conversations around, or joining the conversations around the NRMM side of things as well.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, as I said, you're going to be speaking at World Hydrogen UK in London, so we look forward to meeting you face to face, and we offer our congratulations on your journey to date. It's great to see a UK business, taking on the challenge, and it's hard to work on I guess the edges of the edges of a market and be pushing it out, but well done on the work you've done and building up a business and getting the investment in from the UK IB. So congratulations, and we look forward to seeing GeoPura powering a festival that we're dancing at very, very soon.
No, that'd be fantastic. Me too. No, thank you very much for the invitation, Nadeem, and I look forward to joining you at the conference.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.